Hi, Pioneers. It's Mrs. Hoover. I am going to walk you through this week's week 6 art activities. And actually, we decided to change it up a little bit since it's Memorial Day week. We're going to kind of take a step away from the normal, like creating art, and we're going to talk about art careers this week. So let me share my screen and we will get through that and see a lot of different options that we're going to do. Okay. So like I said, it is Memorial Day for Monday. There is a coloring page if you so choose or would like to do it that's in our packet for this week. Then, like I said, also it's career week. So when you think of a job related to art, what do you think that could be? And on the next slide, we've listed a whole bunch of different things. There's even more than this, though. There are so many things. But we decided to focus on 5 different this week. We decided to focus on an architect, a fashion designer, photographer, stop motion animator, and a comic book illustrator. So hopefully you can find something in there that maybe you might have a little bit of interest in. So for architect, there is an interview with a real architect that you can watch. I actually think that she might be a parent in the district. Gives you a little bit of information about what an architect is. Then we look at a famous architect. His name is Frank Lloyd Wright. You or your parents might have heard of him. He does a lot of houses and buildings that you can even visit some of these, but there's a website down here and a video that you can watch for that. And then we have given you 3 different options if you would like to focus on being an architect this week. You could build a city out of toilet paper rolls, and there's a link that you can click for that. You can build your dream fort, so you can click on that, or you can design a perfect blueprint, and there's a link for that as well. So if you'd like to focus on being an architect, you can go ahead and try one of these 3 things. Next is being a fashion designer, and we gave you 2 different options. If you want to design jewelry, there's a thing to make a bracelet here, or if you'd like to just if you've ever played paper dolls, this is kind of in that direction, but there's some templates that you can design your own, like dress or shirt and pants or just anything that you want to try to do on your own. So there's templates there that you can use for that. If you would like to be a photographer, I hope everybody recognizes our wonderful Miss Line. Some of you might not know that she does photography as well as teaching. So we had a little interview together about that, and you can watch Mrs. Line. And then here's a few of her photographs that she shared with us. And then there's a photography challenge to create forced photography. So there's a tutorial how to do it. To get a little bit of inspiration, on the next slide, I've created a couple of photos of what that might look like. So this one's pretty easy. All you need is like your camera phone or a camera and some people to help you, and you can come up with lots of creative ideas. Then we have a stop motion animator, and I'm thinking a lot of you might have at least seen one of these movies, but these are all done by stop animation. And there's a couple clips if you want to watch and try to figure out how it's done. And then we have given you some options on how to do it at home. I know a lot of us have different brands or types of phones, so we tried to accommodate everybody. And so there's something for Apple. I think there's something for Android. There's also some kind of a Google option, I think, that we put on there. So you just have to be aware of what brand phone you have if you want to do it on your cell phone. And make sure you ask mom and dad too. And then Miss Gargiro kind of shares how she does it up here. Here's some different ways that you can do stop animation. So you can use modeling clay, you can use paper, fruits and vegetables, or you can use Google Slides. Our last career that we're going to focus on is a comic book illustrator. So there are 2 comic book people, Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. I'm sure at least you've heard of Stan Lee before because he does all the comic book with Marvel. There's a little bit about them, and you can watch a video about Jack Kirby. Then we gave you a whole bunch of tutorials about how to draw certain characters in some movies that you might have seen. And then we have given you some ideas on how to make your own comic strip. So if you would like to try that, go for it. And these next two slides are just some worksheets if you want a little extra help on how to design or set it up. You can either print them off or just kind of draw your own. And that's it for this week. So usually when we're in art class, we don't really get a lot of time to discuss art careers. We talk about it every once in a while, or I mention it during a project. But since we're at home, I kind of thought it was a good idea to take the time and explore these different careers. And like I said, there's a lot more than what we've shown you on the slides. So if you have any questions or are interested in any of those careers, you can let me know and I can tell you maybe some steps to take to maybe turn a hobby into your career. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be a really fun week. We only got a couple weeks left after this. We're almost to summer. I hope you guys are hanging in there and I miss everybody. And I'll still keep on trying. I'll still keep trying to get on your Google Meets to say hi to everybody. Miss you. Bye.